Disturbing Findings While Searching for Sasquatch, Part 1. It began as an ordinary Wednesday morning, the kind where the stillness of the Pacific Northwest air felt almost palpable. Evan Turner had taken a week off work, a rare indulgence for the software engineer whose life revolved around lines of code and coffee cups. He had long dreamed of standing in the heart of the dense forests of Washington, all searching for the elusive legend, Sasquatch. Armed with the latest camera gear, a journal, and an unwavering belief in the supernatural, Evan set out for the foothills of the Olympic Mountains. He had meticulously planned his expedition through online forums, YouTube documentaries, and subreddits dedicated to the mythical creature. With sightings reported as far back as the 1920s and countless blurred photographs flooding the internet, Evan felt a surge of adrenaline as he ventured into the wilderness. The trailhead was littered with makeshift Sasquatch memorabilia, handmade signs adorned with Bigfoot silhouettes, and even a few rusted metal figurines. Evan chuckled, feeling both a sense of camaraderie and earnestness. He wasn't just another hopeful hoaxer, he was a seeker of truth. As the sun began its ascent, casting dappled light through the towering trees, Evan hiked further along the path. The air thickened with the earthy smell of pine and decay, and the distant trickle of a stream provided a serene soundtrack. Yet, something felt off. An eerie silence settled around him, the usual wildlife sounds muted. Anxiety pricked at the edge of his mind, but he shrugged it off and kept walking. After a few hours, he arrived at a clearing that seemed perfect for camping. He set up his tent, gear, and a small fire pit. As he started a fire for the evening, he decided to explore a little further. Equipped with his camera and audio recorder, he wandered deeper into the woods, motivation fueled by excitement and a tinge of bravado. While trekking off the beaten path, Evan stumbled upon a series of large tracks embedded in the muddy ground. They were massive, far too large to belong to any known animal. A thrill shot through him. He snapped photos from various angles, documenting his findings. But as he inspected the area further, he was struck by an odd anomaly. The tracks seemed to lead directly to an unmarked path leading deeper into the forest. Gritting his teeth against a sudden chill, Evan followed the tracks. It was then that he noticed something else. Small, tattered pieces of fabric snagged on branches and strewn haphazardly along the way. They looked like remnants of clothing, faded and weathered but unnaturally shorn, as if they had been ripped away rather than worn until they fell apart. His heart raced. Could it be evidence of a previous encounter? Perhaps something more sinister? The thrill was now tainted with dread. Hours seemed to pass as he walked, compelled to uncover the truth despite the fear coiling in his gut. Finally, the trail opened up to a remote spot where the ground was scattered with broken branches and disturbed soil. In the center lay a crude, makeshift structure. It was unlike anything Evan had ever seen. A series of logs and branches arranged in a circular formation, almost like a nest or a den. What unsettled him more was the pungent smell that lingered in the air, a mix of damp earth and something grotesque. As he stepped closer, he noticed more signs of disturbance. Strange carvings marked on the bark of nearby trees, symbols that hinted at something primal. Patterns he couldn't decipher but felt unnaturally alive, as if warning him against approaching. Heart pounding, he started recording the scene, the pull of discovery overshadowing his growing unease. But then came the sound, a deep, guttural growl reverberating through the trees. It felt like a warning, a declaration that he was encroaching too close to something sacred or horrifying. Evan felt the hairs on the back of his neck stand up, and without thinking, he turned to flee down the path he had just come from. The forest closed in around him, shadows shifting and twisting. He could hear the thudding of his heart against his chest, the sound of twigs snapping beneath his feet. Panicking, he stumbled into the clearing where he had set up camp, gasping for breath, every nerve ending on high alert. Night began to fall, and the chill intensified. Evan decided to play it safe. He would hold out in his tent, review his footage, and map out what he'd found in the morning. He lit his lantern and sat with his tape recorder, noting down his experience while the flickering light cast long, dancing shadows against the canvas walls. As the darkness settled, a sense of foreboding enveloped him. He heard the distant rustle of leaves and the unsettling silence of the woods that had turned sinister. Outside, the sounds of crunching leaves and low growls began to surround his camp, echoing at night. The legend of Sasquatch had transformed from an innocent pursuit into a desperate gamble for survival. For Evan, this night would be unlike any other, the boundary between myth and reality blurring into something wholly disturbing. To be continued. What do you think about Evan? Probably a bear, right? That was my first guess, but he seems pretty convinced on the idea he experienced Bigfoot. Please let us know what you think about Bigfoot in the comments section. For now, he is defiantly shaken up about the whole ordeal. I can't wait for an update from Evan if and when he ventures back into the forest. We hope you enjoyed this chilling video. If so, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications, then you will be one of the first to know when we upload new videos. Also, share this video so we can reach new viewers and continue to make compelling videos. Thank you.